the first external evidence would actually be, say, for example, the slavery of the Israelites. That's sort of kind of where it all begins. And we do find the enslavement of the people of Avaris. Now, for a long time, skeptics were saying, well, the Israelites could not have been enslaved in Egypt. And the reason why was because Egyptians didn't normally enslave domestic populations. It wasn't like they just sort of found a group of Nubians in Thebes and just enslaved them. Because slavery in Egypt was the result generally of military conquest. So they would go to Levant, they would go to Nubia, and then they would take slaves there and they would come back with them. That's how large populations were enslaved en masse. So this has always been a problem, because the idea that the Israelites were just sort of there in Egypt already as free people, suddenly becoming enslaved, presents an issue. Now, with Joseph coming to Egypt, he came at a very, very interesting time. He came during the period of the Hyksos, where there was this foreign Semitic dynasty that ruled Lower Egypt. Now, when the Thebans overthrew the Hyksos, they saw the Hyksos as foreign rulers, and the city of Avaris as a foreign city. So when they capture Avaris, they're treating Avaris like a foreign capture. They're not seeing this as being, well, we're just sort of taking back what's ours, as far as this was always ours. They're seeing this is a new conquest, and we're going to take captives. And this is confirmed by, say, the biography of Achmosa, son of Abana, which is Achmosa, son of Abana, was, say, a general under King Achmosa I. Yeah, there's a lot of people named Achmosa at the beginning of the New Kingdom. It's a very popular name, and we kind of have to keep our Achmosa separate. But what we have in the account of Achmosa, son of Abana, is he sort of leads the charge to capture Avaris. He talks a little bit about the siege. And he also talks about the captives he takes and the slaves he was given from those captives. So Achmosa, son of Abana, receives slaves out of the people of Avaris. Now, he's just a general, so he gets only the small portion of the slaves. The lion's share goes to the king. So if we can presume that, say, the general is getting as few slaves, then the king is getting a lot. So what we see from that conquest narrative of Avaris is at the beginning of the New Kingdom, the population is essentially enslaved for the purposes of, say, the Theban king. So that's sort of where it starts.
What is the time frame for this?
That's around 1530 BC.
Okay, so it'd be right at the beginning of the Bronze Age.
It's
on the other side.
Right at the beginning of the late Bronze Age. Yeah. So.
And are you suggesting that this is when the Israelites would have been enslaved?
Yeah. Now we kind of have to.
Were they in Avaris?
We have to be available.
Were the Israelites in Avaris?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
They were actually in Avaris, and they were also spread out in some other areas as well, like in the Wadi Tumalat. There were also some of the Israelites living there too. Now, we have to be a little careful as we use the term Israelite, because it's a little bit anachronistic. When we talk about Israelites, they don't actually become Israelites until the Exodus itself. Avaris is a very cosmopolitan city. You have the sons of Jacob living there. You have other Amorites. You have Nubians, Magi, other Egyptians, Libyans. You have almost this melting pot of people at Avaris. The Bible talks about not just the sons of Jacob, but a mixed multitude that go with them out of Egypt. So they're collecting this wide group of people, and it's only once they leave Egypt that they become Israelites. That mixed multitude becomes grafted into the 12 tribes. Each of the 12 tribes adopts some of this mixed multitude.
Hello, Cameron here. Thanks for watching this little clip. If you want more, there's actually a whole interview this clip came from. Just click the link on the screen. Oh, and by the way, we post 2 to 3 new videos a week. So if you're interested in apologetics at all, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can catch our latest content. Oh, and then lastly, remember that Christianity is true.